Living well with our disease is a priority, right? Today, I'm going to share 20 super easy to implement tips that may just help us manage our symptoms and live well with our MS or chronic illness. Hello, my dear friends, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. There is so much that we can do to help improve our health, manage our symptoms, and live well with our MS or chronic illness. I see lots and lots of posts in MS groups asking, what's the best diet for MS? What should I eat with MS? Which diet should I follow? But it's so much more than diet. It's a complete lifestyle. Implementing lifestyle changes that prioritize our health, our physical health, our cognitive health, and our spiritual health doesn't have to be hard. I invite you to be brave enough to dedicate yourself to taking exquisite care of yourself, to make the changes needed to support the life that you want to lead. Are you ready? Here we go. These 20 easy to implement tips that may help can be broken down into 4 categories. Number 1, eating a more plant-based diet. Number 2, exercising regularly. Number 3, getting good sleep. And number 4, practicing kindness. Oh, and stay till the end where I'll share how you can get a free download of all 20 tips. Okay, under diet, number 1, eat a giant salad every day for lunch or dinner. Salads are naturally high in fiber and typically have a good diversity of fiber. We not only need a lot of fiber in our diets, but a lot of different kinds of fiber to keep our guts happy. Our goal is to eat at least 30 different kinds of plants each week. Salads are a great way to help us do this. Number 2, keep it simple by making our plates 1/4 plant-based protein, 1/4 starchy veggie, and 1/2 non-starchy veggie. This is the recommendation from Kaiser Permanente. They have a guide on eating a plant-based diet, which I will link below. Plant-based eating does not need to be complicated. Number 3, add more whole grains. Whole grains have been a part of a healthy diet for thousands of years. It's easy to add more whole grains. Switch from white rice to brown rice, change from instant oatmeal to steel-cut oats, and replace white pasta with whole grain pasta. You get the idea. Look at the labels of white pasta versus whole grain pasta. You will be amazed at the differences in nutrition. In this example of a popular brand of pasta, the one made with whole grains has 5 more grams of fiber than the white pasta per serving, and it has more protein. It's an easy switch. Number 4, shop at the perimeter of the grocery store. The perimeter of the grocery store typically has more whole foods, while the aisles tend to have boxed and shelf-stable foods. These boxed foods are highly processed and full of additives that we really don't want in our diets. Number 5, hydrate. Drinking more fluid is another really easy way to improve our health and reduce our symptoms. When we're properly hydrated, we have less fatigue, less bladder and bowel dysfunction, and less severe MS symptoms. So drink up. Okay, on to exercise. Number 6, find one that you love. Any exercise is helpful, so find one that you love. Walking, dancing, swimming, weightlifting, aerial silks, it doesn't matter. Just find one that you love and you'll consistently do. Like the ad says, just do it. Number 7, try to move regularly throughout the day, at least once an hour. I know it's easy for me to sit at my desk for hours on end, but I find I do much better if I get up and walk around for as little as 5 minutes each hour. It gets my blood moving, my muscles feel better, and I have less fatigue and con fog. Number 8, meet with a physical therapist. Asking our neurologist to meet with a physical therapist or schedule an appointment on our own is a good idea. This way, we know what areas to focus on based on our specific symptoms and our limitations. The physical therapist can help guide us in ways that are most helpful and safe. Number 9, try to do a combination of cardio and strength training. It's important to improve our cardiovascular system and our strength. Keeping our heart in shape will help prevent comorbid conditions like heart disease and hypertension, and keeping our muscles toned will help us with balance, movement, and keep us safe from falls. Number 10, try to include yoga. Yoga is a beneficial exercise for people with MS. I personally love it because it stretches and tones all muscles of the body. Studies have shown that yoga may improve anxiety, depression, fatigue, bladder function, pain, spasticity, weakness, and walking in people with MS. Before we get to the next 10 tips, do me a favor, hit the like button if you're getting value from this video. It helps this channel and helps it to reach more people. Thanks so much. Next is sleep. Number 11, get out in natural daylight every morning for a few minutes. Getting outside in natural daylight in the morning decreases melatonin during the day and increases melatonin at night. It helps to set our circadian rhythms to give us a better night's sleep. Number 12, keep our bedrooms dark. If there's light in our bedrooms, it can interfere with our natural circadian rhythms. Try to minimize light from windows, clocks, and devices in the bedroom. Number 13, no screens in the bedroom. I know, this seems like a hard one, but the blue light from our phones and tablets signal our brains to be awake, and watching TV also stimulates our brains. I encourage you to implement a no screens in the bedroom policy. Number 14, no food 2 hours before bed. To help our bodies have a restful night, try not to eat too close to bedtime. If our guts are busy churning through a big meal or a lot of snacks, our bodies will have a hard time getting restful sleep. Number 15, keep a consistent bedtime and wake-up time. This one is key for me. When I stick to a regular sleep routine, my sleep is much better. Our brains really like routine. Keeping a consistent time when we get our sleep definitely helps us to sleep better. And finally, kindness through compassion and mindfulness. Number 16, mindful breathing. This one is so easy. Take 10 mindful breaths every day before we get out of bed. A mindful breath is simply focusing on our breath as we take a deep breath like this. And then every night when we get back into bed, do the same thing. Bookending our day with this practice is a great way to implement mindfulness into our routines. Number 17, treat yourself with exquisite care. Okay, this one might not be so easy, but I want you to give it a try. Think of someone you love, someone you really, really love. Then think how you would take care of them if they were diagnosed with a chronic illness. Then do that for yourself. You deserve exquisite care. Number 18, help others. Volunteering to help others is super helpful to us too. It makes us feel good and it creates a sense of belonging and reduces isolation. It also helps us to keep things in perspective and it makes the world a happier place. Having a sense of purpose can also help us by giving us something to focus on outside of our illness. Number 19, meditate regularly. Meditation can improve our focus and concentration, help us to sleep better, and relieve stress. One of my favorite little books is Mindfulness for Beginners by Jon Kabat-Zinn, and I will put a link in the description below to that. And finally, number 20, practice gratitude. Having gratitude can help us reduce the negative emotions that come along with our diagnosis and our symptoms. Focusing on and appreciating the things we're grateful for in our lives can help us adapt and cope better with our symptoms and disability. Some ways to practice gratitude are journaling, attending religious or spiritual events, getting outside in nature, or simply listing 3 things every day we're grateful for before going to bed. There you have it, 20 easy to implement changes that can help us live well with our MS or chronic illnesses. If you'd like to have a printable version of this list, please see the link below to access your free handout. I encourage you to post it somewhere where you can see it every day. I'd love to know which one of these tips was your favorite. Let me know in the comments below. My final tip is to watch this video next on hope with an MS diagnosis. Thanks for joining me today. Please like this video and subscribe. And until next time, be well.